We are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be
Along a toddler has been missing in Savannah.
And as you come around, and it feels so right, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Where is Cody?
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Come right on in, you guys. We've got a little bit to cover. We're going to be talking about the Codi Bigsby case and why is this attorney talking about somebody, everybody, the police and the officers, they trick Cory into this confession letter. And the reason why he's in there is because of not because his baby is missing, not because something happened way prior to January the 31st when he reported the child missing, but because he said something or he wrote something. And the reason why he did that is because he's in jail. But you guys, we're going to talk about that. But I want to give you an update of something that I just seen before I came on here. I want to share with you guys because we are also following the Tyree Nichols case where the young lad was coming home from wherever, spending the day watching the sunrise, enjoying life, being, out of the box, not doing the things that other children in his age, his peers doing, they usually out running the streets, trying to hook up, drinking, doing a little smoking, whatever, partying, playing the game station. He's out there enjoying, the sunrise and the beautiful things of nature. And he was traveling home, and the police tried to stop him, or so they say. He was driving reckless. They have no proof of him driving reckless. They look back at all the cameras. He was not driving reckless. And they was in some kind of an unmarked car, and they pulled him over, didn't ask him for a license or registration or anything. They just pulled him out, and next thing you know, there was an altercation. He was scared. They tried to tase him, and he took off running because he's like, what's going on? What's going on? And they was like, calling them names, racial names and everything. Put your hands behind your back. And he's like, oh, hey, it's a ticket. Just give me. And so he was scared. So he took off running. They chased him. They couldn't find him. They caught back up with him like minutes later and beat this man down in public. At nighttime, did not know that there was a camera. They call it the eye in the sky on a pole on the street. He was only but 75 to 50 yards from his house where he lived with his mother, and they beat him and beat him and beat him. Anyway, you guys, there is a little bit of activity going on that case right there, okay? So I want to share what's going on. It's not a lot, so we can get right into our topic, but I want to keep you guys updated on that. And I know we're talking about Cody, but let me share with you. So you guys remember Phil Hamfield, or whatever his name is. He was the only white officer that was at the first scene when they stopped him, okay? He is now on the state side. You guys understand and know that, right? Okay. So he's, I guess, is the state witness. I guess he went back to court trying to get recertified because he's decertified. He was fired because he broke a lot of rules and regulations and helped lie and all this other stuff. Well, I guess he went back to court trying to get recertified or, whatever. And they suspended it. They was like, no, we're not doing that right now. Now, there was another officer. I can't remember his name. Oh, his name is Bean. You guys remember what is Bean's name? Anyway, Bean, the black officer Bean, he was like, I ain't going out with a fight. So he's the only one fighting to stay a police officer. And he was the one that I told you guys, he's over some kind of fraternity down there. He's a president. So, this fraternity, can't remember all the logistics about that stuff, but he was over a fraternity down there. And he's fighting to keep his. But the only reason why the other ones, because I think it's like 5 of them, right? So the other ones say, you know what? I don't even want to be a police officer. I'm not even showing up. You can do whatever you want to do. He's like, I'm not going down without a fight. So the reason why his is still pending is not because he's not guilty. It's pending because he's saying, look here, I have a right to an appeal. I didn't do this. I didn't kill this kid, or I wasn't trying to kill this kid, or you guys didn't see me, or whatever I did was less of a value than the other ones. But if you guys remember, he was doing some hitting too. So I don't know what he thinking he doing. I guess he's going down saying, not guilty, not guilty, not guilty. But it's just a matter of time that he's still suspended. It's just a matter of time that they're going to decertify his license. Now, I'm going to tell you, decertifying a police license doesn't mean that they cannot work ever, ever, ever again. It's just they can't work in the state that they got their license. So they can go to a whole different state and it'll be a whole different ball game. So don't get angry when you find out that, they done left, because, some of them came from Atlanta and then they was in Tennessee. Some of them came from over here in Chicago and they're in Tennessee. Because what I hear is you can be in a state and travel to another state, especially Tennessee, they accept you. And I've heard that. And that's where I want to share with you guys something that the news is not making a big report about it, but I told you guys this at the beginning because I felt something in my belly. And I said, who is that guy right there? And I found out who he was. Can't remember his name for right now to save my soul. But I told you guys back then what his name was. I can't remember it now because I got a lot of stuff on my plate. But he was the boss. He was the supervisor. When they were doing all of that stuff, he came up later, but he's the supervisor. Somebody's going to have to be responsible for this child's death. Now the supervisor, what did he do? He hurried up before the charges came and everything. He quit. Before the decertification came, he retired. And nobody knows. And he thinking, well, I'm not going to let him decertify me. I'm going to just go ahead and retire. He was there. And you know what? When the ship goes down, guess who's supposed to go down with the ship? The one that's running it, right? They didn't decertify him, but I guarantee you it's coming. Because how are you going to decertify somebody when they done retired and quit? It's hard. That's like saying, if I'd have left your store, you can't come and handcuff me now. I'm gone. I'm out. But they're going to get him too. But I guarantee you, and I'm upset about that a little bit because he thought he was smart. He thought nobody seen him and nobody knew who he was. And I told you guys, he came from a whole different unit with that woman, the chief of police down there, whatever her name is. And he got off on some other stuff. I told you guys all about it, where he had got somebody and locked him up. He stopped him, said he found some drugs, said that the guy said that he can search his car. The guy said, no, I did not. They searched his car and said they found a little bit of marijuana or whatever. So anyway, they went to court about it. The guy was like, hey, first of all, it ain't mine. I ain't told them that they could search it. And I knew they were going to plant something or say something or whatever. They were pushing on that guy. That guy went and got him a good attorney. And he paid some big money. He says, we ain't doing this. Now, I know I'm a thief, but what are you? Because y'all doing stuff, y'all putting stuff down that I ain't did or that ain't mine or whatever. So he went to court, and the judge found out that this guy that is now, or he was until they deactivated Scorpions. They found him as a liar. They said he was uncredible. Everything was tainted. Like, what did you guys do? This guy didn't tell you guys that y'all can search. Who else heard that? And did he write it down? Or did he just on the side or whatever tell you, yeah, go search my car. I know I've got some drugs in it, so go search it or whatever. No. That didn't happen. The judge ruled in the favor of the defendant. He won his case. And then they put an investigation down on this guy, which is the Scorpions supervisor, and he had a big problem. He had that on his record. And you know what happened? He got promoted. That's right, he got promoted. So the chief of police said, hey, come over here. I got a job for you. I'm gonna make you the supervisor over this unit that I'm putting together. And I need police officers like you, that can lie and cheat and manipulate and keep the African American people in, we're gonna put our knee on their throat. That's what happened, you guys. And that's how he became this Scorpion supervisor. And he did not know what to do. He was there. He did not know that, maybe he didn't see all the physical part, but you still responsible for not one, not two, but all of your employees. You're responsible. You should have said, hey, I need you guys to get over here and check him out. And hey, tell me what happened. And you let their story go that this man was driving reckless. You didn't go check it out. And then they said that he tried to grab the weapon and he was on drugs and everything. They just threw this boy underneath the bus. But you know what? God is good. And there's cameras. And we see what you guys are doing down there in Tennessee. So that's all it in a nutshell. Let's go on in the Codi Bigsby case because I had a call come in after the live. We was live Wednesday and a call came in. The young lady was in the chat at the time and she told us, she said, I told you, excuse me, I told you guys this and I told you guys that. And I don't know if she's in here right now. If she is, she can call on in. I told her, I said, you should have said something when we was live. She wanted to share some things with you guys about how corrupt that, the police are and how what happens when your kids get taken from you and how people will lie and what happens to your kids when they're in the CPS system. But if she doesn't show up, we're still going to talk about what's going on. I see everybody in the building. Welcome. Come on in. Make sure you share the live. Let's get into this topic. So the last time that we were talking, you guys, by the way, Diesel did have his doctor's appointment yesterday. Found out that he has allergies, really bad allergies. We don't know what's causing the allergies. So he's going to be on medication for maybe the rest of his life. And yeah, there was an infection in his ear and it was terrible. It was horrible. So it ended up costing me about $200 before to get him situated. So he'll be on medicine for the next 2 weeks. They don't want him to do a lot of activity things where, make him comfortable, have him stop scratching. So he's got medicine for his itchiness. He got medicine. He got some antibiotics. And then they put some medicine in his ears, scrubbed them out really good, and put a coating in there so that, because we don't know what's giving him these allergies. Maybe it's outside, maybe another dog. I don't know what it is. So that's what's going on with Diesel. He's weighing 83 pounds. And the doctor said he's going to just easily get up to 110. She can foresee it because he's got loose skin and he's still growing. Anyway, but other than that, he is very healthy, you guys. So I want you guys to know we're going forward with that. His first class was just meeting the teacher again. He didn't know her. He was jumping all over the place. And we just try to get him calmed down and do introductions. We didn't do any events or activities with him. He was just, like I said, he is very playful. He wants to jump and greet everybody. And she says, we still got to get that calmed down because he's just, he won't be no good if he's jumping on everybody instead of looking and doing what he's supposed to be doing. So I'm trying to do more activities with him and socializations with him, but he is what he is. Hey, SP, I have a question. If Cory was supposed to be a bad parent, why did the mom give those kiddos to him? Denise, I can't answer for the mom. Evidently, she probably thought that the best thing to do is give the kids to the father if she was not going to be there or she wanted to party. I mean, how many of us have, let the kids go over to the father's house, whether they stayed a day, a week, a month, or whatever, or just a visit? I've got my hand up. I've let my kids go over to their father's house and didn't think nothing of it. I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't think they were going to hurt them or anything. And if okay, so like say for instance, I've even sent my son to a whole different state to stay with his father. And his father's kind of, a hothead. So, when he gives a spanking, it's kind of brutal to me, I believe, but my son needed to have some control. So I didn't believe that he would hurt him or kill him or anything, but I mean, he probably went pretty close to it because my son is hard-headed too, like his daddy. So therefore, handing the kids over to the dad thinking that, well, I don't have my mommy traits, my parenting traits. I mean, I love my kids and everything, but, I want to party and everything. And he's good at them and he loves his kids and I'm not going to keep him away from his kids. Some mothers are like that. They do not have a problem handing them kids over to that father and going on about their business. They do not have a problem with it. They love their kids, and but they still love their life. They love their life a little bit better, or maybe they don't have themselves together. With her, maybe she has some mental situation, or maybe she just did not have a physical place to put her kids in a safe place. But, I mean, when we think about it, I can only assume my assumption is going to be different than you guys. I assumed that she wanted to go party. He said, okay, go party, come back. She never came back, or she did come back and bring him the kids, or she brought the kids at the beginning and something was already wrong. So it's all in who tells the story. If she tells the story, it's like I brought him the kids in June, and when I came back, he had already moved. Something could have happened. Codi could have got into something. Codi could have got on his nerves or looked like the neighbor. We don't know. Or Codi could have been already sick, and it could have been an accident towards the mother. Or Codi, like I said, Codi could have got into something. And then he was like, hey, this kid is sickly. We don't know. We don't know. This kid is very sickly. And then he probably passed away. Or, if it happened in June, maybe the mom came back in June because she knew where he lived and grabbed one of the kids and didn't ever tell him and got the kid in hiding or something. I mean, everything's as a variable. It's a possibility. Is it more than likely? Probably not. Probably not. Probably exactly what the police is saying, that something happened and dude snapped. We don't know. There's no evidence of that. That's what's going to be so hard, that we don't know how he died, why he died, what was the motive. We don't know. We don't know. I think it's a little stressful on some fathers because my husband is in the Navy and I left for 5 months and he was stressed out and had a heart attack. The kids were stressing him out and they are older. But here's the thing. Not all men are like that. Some men are good fathers. I can tell you. I can contest because I see them. I have them in my family. We have a whole bunch of men in my family, not a lot of women. When you have a lot of women in your family, you're going to think that the women are the better parent. But I'm telling you, they're supposed to be, they're supposed to be, because they bear the child. They raised the child. They had the child in their belly for 10 months prior to anybody else. So they bonded with the child. What she ate, the mama ate, the baby ate. If she ate noodles, the baby ate noodles too. If she smoked a joint, the baby smoked a joint too. So the bond should be there with the mother, but sometimes it is not. It's a disconnect. You guys understand that? And we don't know. Sometimes it's genetics. Sometimes it's the environment. Sometimes it's just because our pride. Sometimes, we're selfish. And sometimes, hey, we just want to have fun and we haven't grew up and we just, want what we want. And it's not suitable for the children. So, and sometimes, that father's just, he wants to raise his kid and she knows that, he wants to raise the kid more than she do. Doesn't mean she doesn't love the kids. I'm not talking good for the mother or the father. I'm just saying, I just know some women are just not really, just put it bluntly, they're just not good parents, Some fathers are not good parents too. It's more likely fathers are more or less of a good parent. Mothers are more. They're more of the ones that is going to nurture the kid and love on the kid and pamper the kid. They are. Because, we like the little babies, we kiss their cheeks and all that other stuff. And fathers are more of the, allegedly supposed to be, this is how our world works. we have it in our mind. There was the ones that's supposed to go out and work hard and bring home the bread and discipline the kids and hand the money over so we could pay the bills. Well, things are different now, and you guys understand that things are totally different. Sometimes the woman brings home the money and the man is more of the he's not the provider anymore. He's more just making protector and making sure that things get done, and he supports that woman, and that's what his role is. Sometimes the man takes care of the kid just better than the mother do. You guys got sons, and you think your sons are great, and sometimes they are. I think my son is a good father to his kid. I think he is. I wouldn't say he's the best, but he's standing toe to toe with 10-10. And I would say some things on here, but this every life that we have, it's gonna be here for forever. So I don't want to say something negative about somebody, then they come back and say, you said this about me or whatever. So, but I think my son is a really good father. He takes his kid to school. He picks his kid up. His kid is his life. It's correcting him to make him a better father. Well, until the mama get herself right, well, you'll look at her like she's a bad mom. She may be, she may not be. But right now, he's in a better situation to provide for the kids. So therefore, what would you do? Would you drag the kid with you knowing that you don't have your life together or you're making bad decisions? No, you hand the kid over to the person that you think that will take care of the kid and would not hurt your child. You hand them to the father. That's what you're supposed to do. And he has all rights, just like the mother has all rights. Not the babysitter, not the grandma, not the grandpa, not the cousin. No, the next one in line is just the mother and the father, and they work it out. So it's not wrong for her to hand the child over to, Cory. He done raised kids before, and maybe she thought that, while they was together, he was a good father or something, or she seen something in him. She was with him. But it comes down to what happened 7 months prior to him reporting Codi missing. So if something happened in June, she dropped the kids in June. Allegedly, something happened in June. And we have to go by what they're saying, because there's a reason why they're saying June, because maybe that's the last time somebody physically seen that child. And I think they're going by what the mother's saying. She physically seen that child in June. Not saying that she's telling all truth, but she might have something that says, yeah, I dropped that child off. But something's not adding up, you guys. And I don't believe that they're going to come and convict the mother, because there's no way in the world they would give that mother those kids if they believed or had any inkling that she is. But maybe they don't have no evidence either, so they have to give her kids. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, things change. Sometimes people come out and tell the truth. Why everybody's looking at Codi in one way or whatever, then but just looking at the whole scenario, they gave her the kids right then. Then the CPS came and took the kids, and she did whatever she had to do to get the kids back. So evidently, she cares for the children. What if she never dropped Codi off? Exactly. What if she never did? But you know what? She say she did, and Cory say she did. Because there's got to be a way how he got all the kids. And you're right. Think about it, Denise, because here's the thing. Cory's sister has said that she had texted the mother, Codi's mother, and said, you come into town and you're not even trying to see your kids. And she said something like about your 2 kids. You got the one, but you ain't even trying to see your other 2. And I thought to myself, hold on. They ain't even talking about all 4 kids. So she's only talking about 3 kids or something. She's not talking about all the other kids. She's only talking about 2 to 3 kids. She's not talking about all 4 kids because she said, oh, you doing for that one. Because what she was doing was the sister said, I guess, I hate to say, the man she was with, she was providing the kid, she was providing care for the man she was with. And I don't know if it was that man's kid or was it Cody, but whatever it was, the sister was mad about it. You guys, I'm telling you, something going on with the mama, the sister, and Cory, because Cory had the 2 oldest and she had the twins. Well, the 2 oldest ones would be, okay, so We Are Cody's Voice says Cory had the 2 oldest and she had the twins. Because the twins are the youngest. I don't know. I can't remember that far back. DJ and Cody. Okay. Huh. I can't remember. But the sister was saying, why are you taking care? You calling him for shoes and you in town and you taking care of that man's kids, but you ain't taking care of these kids. And I guess she brought the other kids to him too. I don't know. I am saying they have it out for Cody mom like she much animosity. I am like, why? Yeah, Denise, I don't know. I mean, we all look at everybody. I looked at the mom because she was doing some weird stuff too. The day that they told us that, they came on the news in a press conference and said that they presumed Cody being deceased. This was a day too. They told the mama. And then next thing I know, somebody sends me a video and tells me to go look at a link in TikTok and she's over there twitching and stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't care if somebody's trying to make you happy or whatever. And I know everybody's got their own, everybody's like, everybody grieve different as me. I'm like, that is not grieving. The heck wrong with y'all? My kid, your kid, my kid, anybody's kid that's a mother, they just told you your kid is deceased or dead. You're not going to be on TikTok twitching and dancing. I don't care what you got in your system. It's just not going to happen. That's just weird to me. It's just weird. What did Cory's wife say about Cody? I don't remember. I keep ending up going to share on Friday at this time. All right. I can't wait to the testimonies on the stand. Exactly. You guys come on in there. Soldier Girl says, oh, Lord, he had kids everywhere. Yes, he did. But you know what, Soldier Girl? I believe he took care of kids that just wasn't here financially and all that other stuff. And I don't know if you guys see, I'm thinking that the boy that's standing behind the sister, I think that's his son too. The chocolate little guy. You guys, let me share with you. People love to call me in California. No, we're not going to do this today. Hey, this is SP. Hey, what's going on?
Same old.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So, in our little video, our little promo, and the sister is saying some things while they're standing out there, is that Cody's son also? He's a chocolate little guy. I mean, he's not little. He stands a little bit taller than her.
I don't remember. I don't.
Oh, let me go look. Let me go look because I thought that was Cory's son also. Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you.
SB, I ain't even in there on YouTube right now. I'm watching it on my TV, but not on my phone.
The guy that's standing right behind the sister.
Okay, let me go back to YouTube.
I'll play it again. Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think I have.
Right there.
Yeah, I believe that is.
Yeah, I believe that's his son too.
I believe that is.
Yeah.
Okay, so, past 2 days, I haven't slept. I've been up on YouTube, going through every single thing.
Right.
Okay, yes, that is him.
That's him.
Yes, that is him.
Yeah, I thought that was his son too. He's pretty. He's chocolate, ain't he? He's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like him chocolate like that too.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I don't know. It's something about the glycerin of the skin. And I think other people don't like them. I mean, I don't like a more African look, but I like that dark, rich chocolate. I like it. I do. I don't know why. I just do.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
go ahead.
Like I said, I've been up for the past 2 days. This has like been wearing on my mind a lot.
Okay.
So I've been going through the timeline that everything has. I've been watching YouTubes. I've been watching the news, all the updates and everything. Day 4 into Codi missing, the forensics went over to a dumpster.
Yeah.
And they got evidence out of the dumpster.
Yeah.
Okay, and sent that to Quantico, which I don't remember that part.
Wasn't it a mattress or something in the dumpster?
There was a futon mattress in the dumpster in a blanket.
Mm-hmm.
That was in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm believing that they took that blanket because they said that nothing was on the mattress. You know, but it could have been blanket. I don't know. They didn't know if it was Cory's or what. You know, and I mean, it's the reason I'm doing this because I'm so mad that I don't want to say something that's not correct to anybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, somebody sent me something the other night that somebody had made, and it starts off with Rhoda and Tangerine, whatever her name is. They're leaving her and Ambrose, the first attorney.
Yeah, Ambrose.
Mm-hmm. They were leaving out of the jail because she said that they, of course, wouldn't let them talk to him.
Okay.
All right. There's a backlash. So she, dang it, phone.
It's a backlash because you're on something. Close out your other apps or whatever.
Yeah, let me close this out. And then my phone was ringing too.
Because it's not over here on this side.
Nah, it's me. I have, somebody's trying to call in is what it is. And then I had YouTube open as well, so I closed YouTube out. So Rhoda was sitting there talking to her, and, you know, of course, they were talking about how his rights were violated. We're out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not letting us talk to him or whatnot. So somebody asked, well, where is the mother? And Tangerine says...
Tangerine?
I can't pronounce
Just call her Nikki. Just call her Nikki.
Okay.
Because you're killing her name.
I give them all names.
I know. But, I mean, I can't even say her name either. So I just call her Nikki, too. And I don't even know her, but I'm not even going to try to remember how to say her name. So I just call her Nikki. Nikki. Hey, Nikki.
So they asked her, so where is the mother? Why isn't the mother here? And Nikki says, because she's probably waiting for the go-go bar
Right.
to open up.
Right.
So I was like, okay, well, that was kind of wrong.
Well, if she dance, she dance,
Right. I mean, it's her business on what she does.
I mean, I'm not talking about the dancing on TikTok, but if she strips or whatever, I don't down a woman because she got to make her money. And if she got kids, if she got to make her money, she makes her money. You know what I'm saying? But I get why the sister's like, yeah, she's waiting on the go-go bar or whatever. I mean, okay, come on. I ain't mad at her because of that. I just couldn't understand why she was dancing on TikTok and they done told her that her kid was dead. I'm not understanding that. TeNika or Nikki mad because she just throwing some stuff out there, throwing her underneath the bus. And I'm not all for the mom. I'm not all for Nikki. I'm just saying the things that she was saying about her could be true. She was probably waiting for the go-go bar or whatever. But
it went off of that, and then it goes into like she's talking, like I say, it was the fourth day into them searching for Cody, and she had gotten up there, and she was saying that she's been searching, and nobody knows where Cody's at. He's never hurt the babies. I mean, I know we've heard all of this before, but I just needed to go through this and find out if I've said anything wrong. Now, where does Marlboro, Maryland come in at? Because they were asked at the press conference on July 15th, 2022. When was the last time? Okay, when was the last time that you spoke to Cody? The uncle said it was 2 years ago. And Nikki said, Nikki replied, I've already answered that question.
Yep, I remember that.
Okay.
And if you take the 2 years ago, that's when the twins were born. So I'm guessing that they seen Cody only because the twins were born.
Right. Correct. Because the uncle, Glenn Hanks, he was there when the baby was born. When the twins were born.
Yep.
So, and then they said something. The uncle said that they lived in Marlboro, Maryland at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I don't never remember a Marlboro, Maryland coming up. So, do they have relatives in Marlboro, Maryland too?
Well, going back over things, just I wish my phone would open up. Maybe I'll get some time. I'm really trying to get some homework done that I'm behind in, but if I can get over to the phone company and have them open my phone up so I can see all my notes and see all the things I have down, because I've got videos and stuff that I've got saved on my phone.
Didn't they say, wasn't it reported that Cory was sleeping on the couch the night that Cody went missing?
Yes.
Okay. The uncle states that Cory came downstairs and Cody was gone.
Yeah.
And said, so there's no proof that he killed Cody. But I was like, wait a minute, because Cory was supposed to have been sleeping on the couch. He wasn't sleeping upstairs.
Well, I took it And you're right. I took it. I analyzed that too, and I kind of thought, well, was he sleeping on the couch when Cody when he was trying to say Cody wanted to go outside, and then he told Cody to go upstairs, and then he went on upstairs, and then Cody slipped out. Is that what they were trying to say? So he had to come back downstairs and say, I went to the kid's room, he wasn't there. So then I went downstairs and he wasn't there. But that's not what they're saying. When they're saying that he was laying on the couch and Cody slipped out. And I did catch when the uncle, the allegedly uncle, said that he checked downstairs, like when he went downstairs, Cody wasn't there. But that's somebody else talking, though. See what I'm saying? Like, when you explain something, you explain it however you explain. And you got to understand, when that uncle talk, he doesn't get the gist of the things that he say. He turns it around a little bit, so his understanding may be just simple, And I've seen that in him, like when he was trying to talk about how many years he got the years off. He was like, he's been charged with 20 something charges. And it's like, no, it's like 30. It's more than 30. And then he said, it's 116 years he's facing. No, it's 162. You know what I'm saying? So with the uncle speaking, you got to put into the equation that he's hearing what other people are hearing, and he's trying to explain it the way that he understood it. And it could be wrong, but that's not what Cory said. Cory told them that he was sleeping on the couch.
Correct. And I thought that's what he said. That's what I thought. But, it was stated that Cory said that he was asleep on the couch. So, and then they were trying to say that there's sex offenders there. Like, there's really nice houses, like, backed up to the apartment complex.
Yeah.
And there's a fence that's going by. And the uncle said, oh, and there's a fence there. So somebody could have crawled through that fence, came and grabbed Cody and took Cody. And then Nikki steps up and says, yeah, there's a sex offender that just lives 3 doors down.
Right.
And then they took the cadaver dogs, and they had the dogs trying to get into some of the neighbors' houses. That was never said.
Right.
Because I was listening to that press conference, and I'm just like, what? When are they coming up with this?
Right.
Because I want to see what they say and then what they're saying now.
Yeah, but you can't take a lot into what they're saying. The only thing I get out of when they're speaking is when a direct question is asked, like the one that was asked of Nikki, and said, hey, when was the last time you seen Cody? And she says, I already answered that.
Yeah, that's irrelevant on the last time. Or I've already stated.
Yeah, and turns her head like, next question. You know what I'm saying? So the way she answered that tells you that they're hiding something, She's hiding something. And then she puts her head down like, I'm done. Don't even talk to me no more. I mean, that's my answer and I'm done. And then somebody else proceed in speaking and changes the subject.
Mm-hmm. Well, did you get what I sent you this morning?
No, I haven't looked at nothing. Okay. I was doing homework.
I haven't read it either. It was another statement that Amina had put out after court on Wednesday, and I haven't had a chance to read it either.
Okay, well, let me see. Let me see what it says. Yeah. It's trying to pull up now. Oh, okay. It said, oh, wow, it's a lot. Okay. It says, Okay, it says, in the aftermath of Cory's hearing on Wednesday, June the 14th, I kept hearing that I fought for the competency hearing for Cory. I guess this is what Amina Matheny had put out. She says, this is what happened. So she's explaining herself to everybody. So she's saying, this is what happened. I agree, but this is concerning because I should not have had to fight. The Commonwealth attempt to constantly deny Cory his statutory and constitutional right is deeply concerning. As a legal professional, I have been practicing for 22 years, and no Commonwealth that I have dealt with has ever had a problem with ensuring that a defendant is competent before he stands trial, except Antoine Bell. Every Commonwealth I have dealt with understands the plain language of the competency statutes, and they have never opposed them. The way the Commonwealth initially treated Cory by admittedly denying his right to counsel appears to be a continuing theme with the prosecution. The police often confer with and heavily rely on the Commonwealth attorney earlier on during these types of investigations. The Commonwealth is continuing to attempt to deny Cory's Sixth Amendment right to effectively assist of counsel by not ensuring that he is competent so that he may assist his counsel in his own defense per statute in the U.S. Constitution. Then this is the statutory code section we were discussing in court is clear. So this is the code that she says that, she's saying the competency determination after receiving the report described in section 12, the court shall promptly determine whether the defendant is competent to stand trial. A hearing on the defendant's competency is not required unless what? Unless one is required by the attorney for the Commonwealth or the attorney for the defendant. So either one can ask, and if Anton Bell asks, then he can get that to make sure he understands before we go any further. You know what I'm saying? Or unless the court has reasonable concern to believe the defendant will be hospitalized under this section. If a hearing is held, the parties allegedly that the defendant is incompetent shall bear the burden of proving by a preponderance of the evidence the defense incompetency. The defendant shall have the right to notice of the hearing, the right to counsel at the hearing, and the right to personally participate in and introduce evidence at the hearing. The fact that the defendant claims to be unable to remember the time period surrounding the alleged offense shall not by in itself bar a finding of competency. If the defendant otherwise understands the charges against him and can assist in his defense, nor shall the fact that the defendant is under the influence of medication, bar a finding of competency if the defendant is able to understand the charges against him and assist in his defense while medicated. In my opinion, this is what she's saying. So she just sticked and paste all of that to tell us, which it just verified that she's trying to twist words. It tells you that the Commonwealth can ask for a competency valuation, or the judge can, to make sure that this man knows he's being charged, and he's going to, instead of saying, oh yeah, he understands. If he doesn't understand it, he doesn't, but they can.
That's why Judge Hawks ordered him to go to Eastern State Mental Hospital for 3 months, because the judge wanted to make sure.
And then she says, in my opinion, as a legal practitioner, the Commonwealth's conduct in this case is disturbing and is an embarrassment to the legal profession. Sincerely, Amina. She's weird. She's weird.
Very weird. Because she has put in, he didn't get a bond hearing for those last 17 charges that they added.
Right.
So she's put in 18 different bond hearings.
Oh my. Okay.
That's Wednesday. Wednesday also is they're gonna decide the date for the competency hearing, and they're going to get the date for trial.
Right.
So I was like 7 or 18 bond hearings.
Right.
She was like, she did it separately, and I'm like, how can she do it separately?
Right.
So like, he did it. I'm like, so we're gonna be there all day.
Right. Right, but it's going to be stuff it's just the routine things that, lawyers and stuff do. Is like, it's going to be boring or whatever. It's not going to be boring to you guys. It's not boring to me, but, it's not the meat and the potatoes. It's the things that they have to work out, all of this stuff before they go in and then try to work it out. No, once they hit the pavement and get ready to go to court, all this stuff needs to be settled. So she's just barking more time on there and everything, and it's gonna go. It's still gonna happen, but
yeah, it's still gonna happen. But Antoine Bell knows how she's working right now, and he knows that she's trying to drag it out for those 5 months, and she don't have 5 months. He's got to get it in like yesterday to have the hearing for the or to have the trial. Because if not, he's not going to be able to have a trial. Because it's going to meet that statute of limitation. It's a 5 months. That's what Antoine Bell was told the judge.
right.
So I just he's going for that first. He's like, I ain't even worried about the
Well, you can always come back and charge him again. It's not like it's the end of the road. A lot of people don't want to do it, but you can always go back and charge them again because they haven't went to trial. So
it wouldn't be double jeopardy then.
No, it's not double jeopardy unless they go to trial and he was found, mistrial or something, or they dropped it. Now they can, just because you've got so much time doesn't mean it's it. We can't charge you now. Yeah, they can still charge you. It's just starting all over again, and it's just about time. And you're doing pretty much all your time in the county jail, which is really easy to do. But they'll get it done. Don't worry about that. They will get it done because the light is on them. So the judge knows that people keep, filing this, filing that, filing this, filing that. They're not smart. It's not intelligent. That's their job. That's what they're supposed to do. And hopefully that something will slip through the cracks. But this is not one of them. This case we're watching and we're looking and we're like, hey, they know what they're doing, and they're on it. They're not gonna let him walk. I can guarantee you that. So he just really needs to be honest with you, come out and just, it'll be easy for him.
Yeah. I think it's just like all new to us because we've never been through trials like this before. So, I can definitely say I'm having a hard time understanding, each law and, things like that. All I know is if the judge says no on something, then I get mad. Or we'll give him a hearing. We'll give him a competency hearing. I get mad. That's all I hear. I got like selective hearing.
Right.
And I can't be that way because I need to open my ears and just listen. So I just want it over with because I'm exhausted now.
Right.
Almost going on 2 years. I'm exhausted.
Right.
So,
Right.
But I just wanted to call and let you know that just to talk about those few things because I wasn't quite clear on some of the things.
Right.
So I wanted to ask.
Well, we'll they're not gonna let this go all the way to the end, and then they be like, oh yeah, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. Trust me, they're not gonna do that. They want this person that hurt this child to stand trial, and if he found guilty, he's guilty, and if he didn't, if they can't, then hey. They always say we only got one shot because guess what? You only got circumstantial evidence. So if you giving it all you got, that's all you can do.
Correct.
And to do anything is good than to not do nothing at all and just let it just go. Now, here's the thing we all don't understand how it works because we're not lawyers and things of that nature. But if this was just a minor little case like traffic or something of that, I could see it falling between the cracks. This is not something of that nature. They're making sure this is going to trial no matter what.
Just don't know when.
No, we don't know when. We got to wait till the judge. All this stuff got to happen. This happens not in every situation is different, but when you're faced with murder charge, you're faced with concealing a baby, a body, transporting a body, and all this other stuff, abusing kids and stuff, all of this stuff, and you're fighting for your life. Your attorney is supposed to do all of this. She's supposed to have all these motions and trying to get things like if you got 50 things that they're looking at, she's trying to take one off the table, take this off the table, try to get that off the table, lower things to get it where you can have a bond. You have to file those things because if you didn't file them, why would we give them to you? We're not giving you anything. So you have to file for that stuff. She's doing what she's supposed to do. She really is. But it's stupid because she has her reasons why she's doing it. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't make sense because once but she has to do it. She has to. Because just say, for instance, they do come up with a picture of Codi in October. That means he probably can get off on the murder and transport and all that because if you said that the child was gone in June and I've got a picture of this child in October, hey, hold up. That can't happen. That means you just said some stuff that not so. Okay, so if you got this picture of this child, show it to us.
Right. So I looked up the Virginia Pilot. That used to be a newspaper. Well, it still is a newspaper. But, you could actually get the newspaper delivered to you. But they don't do it anymore, I don't think. I don't know. But so I looked that up today to see what that report him, because he asked him, so what was Cody doing? And she was like, well, playing. What do you think? She goes, then she said that they were jumping on the trampoline and things like that. Because they threw a party for Cory in her mom's birthday, which she had passed.
Well,
So
do anybody got any videos?
see, this is where he said, well, do you have any pictures? She said, you know what? I'm going to go home and I'm going to try to find these pictures. And I'm going to send them to you. He says, okay, well, I'm going to hold you to that word, Mrs. Butler.
And
she said, fine. And that's when the uncle spoke up and said, no, we don't have any pictures because they were in our phones and they took our phones.
trust and believe, if they had pictures and they were in their phones, they wouldn't be saying that this baby was deceased in June the 18th. They wouldn't be saying that. That would be like shooting yourself in the foot. Like, I'm gonna sit there and say, you took my purse, but you got video or you got pictures of you not even being at my house. You actually haven't left your house, and they got a video of you being at your house for a whole day, the day I'm saying that you took this out of my purse at my house. That would be stupid. That is not so. That is ridiculous. That is what, there was this fighter, a boxer. His name was not Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson. And he would say that is ludicrous.
Right?
They just say stupid stuff just because they will, I guess, just to get people's heart pumping. That doesn't even make sense. That's like me saying, Nancy, you know what? You stole my purse. You've never left Virginia. How in the world can you steal my purse? Okay, so if you've got pictures that, guess what? You worked every day of the week. And I'm saying, yeah, you stole my purse this week. My purse came up missing this week. Okay, well, and if you got pictures or you got, you clocked in at your job, they show video of you walking down the hall at your job or whatever every day, there's no way you could be in Kansas stealing my purse. So you think the police will come and say, well, guess what? Her purse came up missing and Nancy took it. The only way Nancy could take it is she had to been here. And if you got video or something in your phone showing you clocked in and showing that you were at work, you think that they would come up and say, we're going to charge Nancy for stealing SP's purse? No, that's stupid. That's retarded. That's another distraction. Because guess what? If you got pictures in your phone of this child, I guarantee you the police will have it. And they know exactly of that day too. So you might have a picture of this child, but it ain't the day you talking about. It was prior to June the 18th, because it is not after.
Yeah, because why would you even put yourself in that predicament to say that knowing you don't have pictures?
Exactly.
You're going to get in trouble. You are going to get arrested.
Oh, well, she could say, well, I thought it was this year. I thought it was that year. I don't know. I thought it was that year or something, or it could have been before. That's how they answer the questions. When, you know what? I may not can tell you exactly what day, the last day I see my grandson, but I guarantee you it was this month. And not last year, but it was this month. And if I really have to go off into it, I can go right into the specific day and time. So they're talking in a like, I don't remember. I don't know. But we did this. Yeah, you did it. You guys probably did have a party and he was at some party at some particular time, but it was not after June the 18th. I guarantee you that. And they got pretty much experts to show that picture was not taken in June, July, August, September, October, November, December. I guarantee you, because that would be egg on face. Girl, ain't nobody that stupid. Police ain't that stupid. FBI ain't that stupid. She just saying some stupid stuff to get people's blood pumping. Like she could just say some stuff so they'll quit talking.
I don't know, girl.
But it's not so. Because why would you try this guy and get him on the stand saying that this child been dead since June, and then the aunt can come up and say, you can just say what you want to say. Oh no, we had a party in June, we had a party in October, and he was there. Girl, prove it. Now you prove it.
Yeah, because she did. I mean, it did state in the newspaper that she said that they had a birthday party. The kids were jumping on trampoline, and she's gonna go back and she's gonna look for those pictures.
They had a birthday party. Okay, when was the birthday party? Give us the date, because, okay, people have a birthday party. It ain't all year. Okay, my birthday's in July. It's coming up. My birthday's not in October. It's not in May. It's not in whatever. So whose birthday was it that we were having this birthday party? Okay, we was having a birthday party for such and such. His birthday's in October, November. Okay, but you're not understanding. What year of party was you talking about? Because you trying to talk about a birthday party, but what year? Because it wasn't in 2021.
Right. Yeah. She said that it was for their mother that they was having the birthday party for. Because she had deceased, and it was her mom's birthday.
It wasn't in 2021.
No, it was in 22.
The birthday party? No, it had to be in the birthday party had to be in 2020 or something she's talking about. It wasn't in 21, because they're saying that the baby was gone June the 18th, 2021.
Right, I'm sorry. Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't know when the mom's birthday is, but, I mean, or when she passed.
Right.
I don't know any of that, but that was her thing. That's what she told the pilot. So
right.
Oh, it's just a waiting game.
It is, but we'll wait till Wednesday come, and so we'll get into the logistics of all of that too.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, well, I'm gonna jump off.
All righty.
I'm gonna try to lay down because I'm like.
Yeah, I am too.
So, okay, everybody.
Thank you for sending that.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah.
And I will see you guys on Monday.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye. So I just read it, you guys. I'm not going to read it again. It's a lot. Some people was in the chat and they wanted to know where Freddie was. If you guys don't remember, my godchild, we all, we sent her gifts and everything. The godchild is Freddie's great granddaughter, my godchild. Anyway, the baby's father got in a car accident. It was maybe last week. It was crazy. It was the same time Zan's sister passed away. Anyway, so Zan, she's probably not here either. You guys pray for her. She'll be going to her funeral Saturday. And Freddie, they're having the father funeral of my God's child. Her father's funeral is today. And yeah, Freddie's birthday was Wednesday. So all this stuff is happening. SP, remember the mother said she saw them around Mother's Day. Maybe he got upset shortly after that. She didn't come back and he took it out on Codi. Remember the mother said she saw them around Mother's Day. I don't remember that. Come holler at a sister. I don't remember that. We'll talk. We'll talk. You guys, it's 1 hour and 16 minutes. Our hour is out. I love talking. Hey, Amari, I see you in the building. Soldier Girl, Tina Powers, Sanja Watts, always here supporting and everything. Nancy, Dee Dee, Annette Williams. I see you guys in the building. Thank you guys for showing up. Gail in the building. Pretty K up in here. Y'all keeping it down. Phyllis, Lisa, Diane Harris. I'm just trying to go through as many of them as I can real quick. Thank you guys for supporting the channel, coming on in. We're getting close to our Christmas in July. You guys don't believe that I've been keeping these notes, but I have. I got them right here. This don't even leave my desk. And I know I'm getting behind. But your girl been doing math. Your girl been doing psychology. I got 2 more assignments to do. I got to get them in before Monday. I put one in right before I came on. That's what I was working on. I got my math done. I hit my 70. It won't let me really do no more. I thought I could do more and hit 72, 73, 74, 75. They're saying it is not going to help me to do any more. So why would I do it? I don't know. I hit, I guess, what was required. I'm going to talk to the lady, but she said the 70 is, you do any more is just wasting your time. And I get it. I understand it. So we did that, got that done. You guys, I am going to get off of here and try to find something to eat today. We're going to be watching these 2 cases, and it's the Cory Bigsby being charged now, indicted with the death of Codi Bigsby. We're watching that, and we're watching Tyree Nichols' case. There's a little movement on there, and I need to make some phone calls. So I've got 2 weeks out of school coming up. I'll go to school next Tuesday, and then I'm out of school for 2 weeks. So I won't be going back to school until 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll be going to school one day after my birthday. And so, yeah. Anyway, you guys, let's keep Codi Bigsby's name alive. Keep him in our prayers. We are wanting justice for Codi, and it's all going to play out. We can't rush the system, how it works. It's a way that they do things, and we don't understand all the logistics of everything that they got to do. They got a time limit to do it in, and I truly believe they will meet that time limit because they have to. But they can't just keep holding somebody in jail and never go to court. So he's going, whether Mina Matheny is ready or not. She could say what she wants. She doesn't like this. She doesn't like that. I'm going to tell you something. She's not really a really good attorney, but she is doing her job. Now, that's all it takes to be an attorney. You go to school, you pass the bar, and you start practicing, and you become better. I don't believe that she is a good attorney. That's just my opinion. My opinion doesn't weigh on if she's a good attorney or not. She's still an attorney. I respect that. But she's doing her best, and that's all it takes, okay? And she's going to get better in time, hopefully. But sometimes people are hard-headed, and they try to go against the grain of what is law and what is not law, and maybe some things work for her. But in this case, it's not working for her. So don't get it twisted. He will be convicted of some things. And I said, I don't know about this because I have not seen no other facts or information on this. And we're not going to see that. We're not going to see it until they go to court. So I don't say he's guilty and I don't say he's innocent. I don't say Cory's anything because I don't know. But what I do know, if they got an indictment and they've got enough evidence, circumstantial evidence to bring him to court, then bring him to court. And that's what they're going to do. And she's going to have to fight her way out of that to help him out. But, you know, I don't believe she's telling this young man the best thing he got going is not, if you are innocent, do not plead guilty to something you are innocent about. You know, do not do that. If you're not, if you're guilty, then just go get a plea deal. But if you are innocent, yeah, fight it with all your might. And then if it happens, and there are innocent people that find themselves in prison. I don't believe that this young man is, but if he is, then he's doing the right thing. But I believe, and I don't know why, maybe because of the facts that I see, him writing a paper stating he knows where Cody is and all of this, shows when he's giving the hand signal, kissing to his family, I'm gone, you guys, goodbye, I'm out. He's checking out or whatever. That's the way I take it. That's what I look at. Tells me that he wants to tell the truth. When he told one of the investigators, what if, hypothetically, what if, how can I get me a plea deal? He wants to tell the story. He wants to tell his story. He wants to tell the truth. And they're going, no, don't do it. I think he wants to tell them. I think he wants to come clean and say, stop it. I don't want to do this. I think it's his attorney that's gotten him in all of this mess. And she is dragging him. She is dragging him in the dirt. They needed to get. I told you guys this. I'm finna get off here. But I don't know how many times I told you guys this. She's dragging him into a hot mess. But I know that if she told him, I think that you're guilty or something, or you need to, she would be fired. So she probably can't tell him that. But I told you guys, he's not gonna, you know, I'm just saying. I can't even finish the sentence, you guys. I'm going to get on off of here because I know I'm putting my foot in my mouth. I'm not trying to speak directly about somebody's character, and I find myself doing that. But I do not believe that she is a good attorney. If this was my son, if Cory was my son, I would be telling my son, you know what you need to do, baby? And I'm being honest with you. Son, let's talk in a hypothetical way. But your only way out right now is, guess what? Try to put something on the table and get out of there. I mean, you're gonna do some time. They're not gonna let go. That's right. Do the right thing right now. And shoot, we'll pay. Or we'll find some way of getting out, but just do the right thing. Because you fighting this and our tax money is paying for all this, they're gonna put you underneath the jail, son. Let's get this done. And call it a good day. She's not telling her client that because she knows he'll say, get out of here, you're fired. You know? So the family is going to continue. Like I said, some people was like, oh, the family not going to stand with him. I said, this family going to stand with him no matter what. They came in it already knowing. So people's like, they're embarrassed. They're embarrassed of what? They already know. Get out of here. Get out of here, you guys. Well, when you're sitting there talking about you're embarrassed, the family's embarrassed. See what I'm saying? That don't even make no sense. That do not even make no sense. I got to go. All right, you guys. Have a good weekend. Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. it's a beautiful day.
And we won't stop. We will not stop.
Sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so right. It's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart. Doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now
See this? How you cannot go?
baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled to
who are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you.